today I will be talking about another comment that I received on one of my videos, and this was a concern about how to feel confident wearing your natural hair when it's still short. This person told me that they feel like if they just had the confidence to wear their hair naturally how it is, maybe in their protective styles, whatever, even when it's short, then they'd be able to reach their hair goals, but this is a problem for them. So today I'd like to tell you a little bit of my story, what I did when I was in that phase, and I will also be recruiting your expertise as well so that we can develop a nice library for anyone who's feeling this way to go through and get inspiration from, as well as confidence that they too are just fine the way they are, however short their hair may be, or how far away they are from their hair goals. You are beautiful at every stage of the journey. So I will tell you a little bit about that stage in my life. So I did my big chop when I was 18. So I had just gone to college and I had a tois. And at that time, I wore my hair, basically I was doing wash and goes with like kinky curly curling custard. I was doing the absolute least just because I didn't know what to do. I would do twist outs on like Fridays sometimes. So if I wasn't doing a wash and go, I would like twist up my hair. The twists, y'all, were so tiny. Tiny little struggle twists. But, you know, I had learned all about the importance of doing your hair in tiny little sections and doing twists for natural hair and how you could have a really cute style as a twist out. And, you know, even though my hair was short, like, I wanted it. I was like, yeah, that little fluffy afro is so cute. You know, I want that. And so even though my hair was like this long, my twist outs were the most exciting part of my hair journey. Like, I looked forward to my weekly twist out on Friday where I can finally see those little cute little nubs banding together and forming curls in my hair. So even though my hair was short, I found excitement and I looked forward to that. So for the times where I was doing protective styles until that Friday, so right, I'd have my hair twisted up during the week and then I would allow myself a twist out on Friday. Those twists, even though I didn't like the way they look, what pushed me through wearing them was the reward at the end. So I would never wear my hair out every Friday, like once a week now, but back then that was my regimen and my hair was still growing, so it was okay. But you have to understand you're in different mindsets throughout this journey. But in the beginning, what's important to me was if I wear my hair in twists, then I get this really cute style on Friday that I love. And so, yeah, I didn't like the way my hair looked in the twist, but it was worth it come Friday, and I had my cute little fluffy tois. And so it's all about mindset, right? I was still really excited for my hair journey, even though my hair was short. So I was able to push through the negativity I was feeling about, oh, my hair's short, I look like a boy, like I'm not cute, I want long hair, and like, how do people even like me when I look like this? I was able to push through it because the excitement and like, oh my gosh, I can't explain to you how it was my biggest goal in life to just like grow my hair long. That was the thing I wanted most in the world. And so I was willing to do what it took, even if it wasn't cute. So, you know, maybe people are dealing with this now and you're not 18 anymore, you're not in college, you've got to go to a job and face, I don't know, a family or lots of people judging you. You feel like in the adult world and it's just really hard. I just want to preface this and say that maybe it seems like it would be easier in college because you're not in the like real world and you don't have to deal with like jobs and stuff, and you don't have to deal with the pressure from work culture, bosses, expectations of really terrifying people. But personally, I feel like it's just as hard. So, you know, I went to college. I didn't have any friends. I moved to a different state. I was in a brand new place starting all by myself. And so, you know, I feel like image is just as important during that time as when you are working as an adult. Granted, I can't be fired or kicked out of school for the way my hair looks, but I feel like the concern of whether or not people will like you due to your appearance is still very real on both sides. So just throwing this out as a preface to say it was not easy for me either to just cut all my hair off and move to a new place and try to make friends and just assume people would like me for who I am inside when I didn't feel very attractive on the outside. So during this time in my life, what I did was I used hair accessories. Hair accessories were my biggest comfort in finding any sort of confidence in the way I looked during this time. So yes, I did a lot of wash and goes, and I did twists and twist outs. Those were the main styles I did, but I dressed them up with all the cute accessories I can find. Back in the day, I loved using tiny little bows. If I can find photos from back then, oh my gosh, it's gonna be a little embarrassing, but I will put those in for you to see what my aesthetic was back then. But the super teeny tiny bows, I loved using those. So I'd stick them here. I did this like ridiculous puff. I loved sticking my favorite bow right here. I don't know what I was thinking. It did not look good, but that was my favorite thing. Outside of bows, because I could find those at like Target and random little places, I would buy all of them. And my next favorite accessory was scarves. I started getting into really long scarves because I felt like that gave the illusion that I had more hair than I had, even though it looks nothing like hair. Like, not saying it looked like I had hair, it's just, it gave me that, like, the feminine appeal, you know, we all think is inherently accompanied with long hair. Like, it gave me that. I just felt so feminine. There's literally no reason. It's all psychology. But if all you need, like, this is all psychology. Like, just because your hair is short or it doesn't look the way that fits the beauty standards doesn't mean you're like any less feminine. It doesn't mean you're like less beautiful. This is all up in our head. So whatever makes you feel good up in your head, do that. That's the thing for you. For me, it was scarves. I loved it. It was so easy. I bought all these different colored scarves. And all I had to do was like tie them around my head and leave. I didn't do any fancy knots. I didn't know how to do wraps. I still don't know how to do wraps. And so that intimidated me. So all I wanted to do was tie a scarf that had a beautiful color or beautiful print around my head and stick it over my shoulders like my hair does now. Back then, my hair didn't reach my shoulders. So I would use the scarf to just feel that, like, that feminine flow. I don't even know what it's called. But that's what I wanted, and the scarf gave me that any day of the week, and I loved it. So hair accessories were my favorite thing. In addition to that, I developed a few staple styles that I started to feel good in, and as my hair got longer, like, the style just looked better, and then I was able to morph it into something else that I felt looked cuter. But in the beginning, when my hair was just a toile and I couldn't move it around too much, that's all I did. I would stick a bobby pin here and then put a bow in there, or I would tie a scarf around my head and then stick it over my shoulders. So when I was wearing twists, the main style that I used was covering it with a beanie. And I didn't like the full covering with a hat because I just felt like I looked like, if I thought I looked like a boy with my short hair, then I looked like a middle-aged man with a beanie on. Like, the problem was only like compounding. And so I didn't like covering all of my hair up in a hat. I just felt like I looked absolutely ridiculous. And so what I did was I found these really cute slouchy beanies at the time, And so I would style this perimeter of my hair. I like to do a flat twist all the way around because I could manage that and that was easy for me. So I'd flat twist and then I would tie the back of my hair up with a silk scarf and then I would stick a slouchy beanie on it and I'd pin it into place. So granted, it's not the most like feminine look. I don't know what you're going for, if you want to look feminine or if you just wanted whatever it is. For me, I liked that look. I've always had a little bit of like tomboy flair in me. And so, I know you don't see it now, but I have. I really was very tomboyish back in the day. And so slouchy beanies just like were so comfortable to me. They fit my aesthetic. I was wearing jeans every day and like, you know, t-shirts or like my style just, it fit very well with a slouchy beanie. And I remember going to the mall with my friends and I'd find them in a bunch of different colors. And so then I started feeling cute. Like, yeah, my hair was still only like an inch long, or, you know, at this point, if I could do a flat twist, it was like a few inches long at that point. But even when it wasn't, I would just like do my little twist out, right? So with my hair, when my hair was an inch long, I would do the twist out and then I would separate the front part and then put the rest in the beanie. So I'd have a cute little like, you know, bushiness happening here. And then I'd put on the beanie and I'd have a style. And so that really became one of my staples. When I was protective styling and the twists and I didn't like that my twists were like little nubs, I would put them in the beanie and then I felt nice. Then I had a look. I color coordinated with my outfits. I felt comfortable. It fit my style and I didn't feel like I looked like a boy. I felt like I looked just like a, I don't know, an alternative female. We are alternative females. We don't have to fit into any one category. So that's how I was able to get through my really short hair stage and work through until my hair was long enough that I started being able to do styles that I felt made me feel and look more feminine. When my hair was longer, I was able to start doing puffs. Then I could do bangs. Then I could do all sorts of twists and styles, and it just, there was just more hair. So that was able to become the focal point of my styles versus needing the focal point to be on something that I put in my hair, like, you know, the pins or the bows or the scarf. Like I was trying to detract from the fact that I didn't have too much hair and just feel, you know, cute however I could. And so I really relied heavily on those things back then. And now I don't use them so much because I don't need them anymore. The only thing I do that has stayed around is the beanie, and that's because protective styling, the need for protective styling will never disappear. And so I still like to use that as a way to actually help me grow my hair instead of hiding behind it now. Back then I needed to hide my hair. Now it's just like, oh, this is actually a really great way to protect my hair. So the way I think about it has changed, but that has stayed in my trusty toolbox all these years. So hopefully one of the styles maybe that I have shown you from my past can give you some inspiration. You feel like, oh, I can do that. That one's cute. Or that one really fits my aesthetic. I like that. And you can give it a try. I really just encourage you to play with some tools and accessories and if you need to put flowers in your hair, like that was a trend a while ago. I would totally have done that if, you know, Instagram was popping back when I went to college and I'd seen that. Yeah, I'd have flowers all up in my hair. Whatever you need. But I really think trying a bunch of accessories, trying those out can really go a long way. Without those, I don't know how long I would have lasted with my short hair. So now I'd like to ask you guys, anyone who has been there before, what did you use to get you through your twa stage, your short hair stage, your I'm not comfortable in my skin, I'm not comfortable in my hair, I'm not comfortable going outside phase of your hair? If you could share that with us, I think people would love to read it and gather some inspiration from your experience as well. So that's all for me on this topic. Of course, if you have any other questions, let me know down below. But yeah, I'm hoping we can get a good idea of other styles And if you have any favorite like influencers, maybe favorite Instagram profiles that you follow, or YouTubers, people who post their hair and you really like the styles they use, or someone you used as inspiration when your hair was short, definitely like at them in the comments below so that we can also go to their pages and check out their styles. And I think that would be really helpful for a lot of people. Anyways, thank you for listening today. I hope that you found something that will help you along in your own personal hair journey. And until next time, I will see you in the next video. Mata ne! Bye!